I believe it, man. I believe it. Charge this guy. Yeah. Gonna continue this one way or the other. There it goes. Why are you always asking me for this password, man? This shouldn't change day to day. Are you silly in the head? Old, stupid Mac. Alright. I'm getting on with this thing, one way or the other. I gotta get it done, so. I gotta get back to where I was. Oh, it finally loaded. Great. I can pop it up. Go bigger. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, come on. We just did this yesterday. Not crazy. It's definitely giving me a problem. Alright, get out of here, man. Possibly it was a stupid idea to put this thing back together. Ah, never mind. I forgot about these. Haha, I'm fighting myself. See that memory working. Alright. 2. That was the issue one. I remember it now. And it came out perfect. And the one that wasn't an issue. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can remember from yesterday anything I'd done. This should fall apart easy now, if I'm not mistaken. Much better. I was beginning to think I was crazy and didn't tear this apart. To the thumbstick. That's the mission now. And the, how do I want to say it? The, those things. We're not keeping them. Digitizer. Just got to get past the boring part of tearing this down before we get to see me break anything. Tell me that's stuck under the motherboard for right now. Yeah, we're going to leave it. Only because I don't know my way around one of these. We're going to leave that there for the time being. Hello, Micro. How are you this evening? It's getting late, correct? Like 8-ish, 9-ish, 8? Coffee time. Unplug this thing. It is connected right here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. All right. Ah, 153. It's earlier. I thought you were overseas. Why did I think that? Colorado. You're up in the mountains? Is that a hot or cold thing? Like being there. I always wondered out west doesn't really mean out west. I think though it's definitely further west than Pennsylvania, so I can say west, I believe. To all the crap I need out of the way. I'm just unhooking stuff left and right with the battery still there. Not that one, this one. Thank you. I don't think those two are different on the USB-C port as far as I know. But for some reason, at least on switches, I always wanted to keep them separate. But we're going switch Lite, unknown territory today. That is loose. Warm today, it fluctuates until about August, and it'll just be hot. I know our little mountainous area here, we have we're right next to a state park. It's not in the mountains. I mean, people say up in the mountains, but the whole area is kind of up in the mountains or between a valley, depending where you are. But just some days it is just humid beyond belief. Like the humidity is what kills you on those days. I think that's got to stay. We have to unbury this more. I have the thumbstick I have to figure out. And then we go for the real disaster. Alright, let's count screws. 1, 2, 3. Is there really only 3 screws holding this in? That don't seem right. And 2 of them are gold. Okay, little less fear now. The motherboard's out. Let's tackle this thumbstick. Oh, Mr. Chris. No, you haven't missed much. Just me being terrified with each screw that I turned out. Micro's here for a little bit, keeping me company, watching this disaster unfold. So you have not missed much, but we're going to match up our thumbsticks. And one thing I noticed, the ones that I ordered are a little smaller than the stock ones on the Switch Lite. But that's okay. He complained about them anyhow, so. But again, 5-year-old, so. Let's throw this in the box. We have a Sharpie with color. Oh, well, thank you. Never a requirement, but I do appreciate when people share and try to drag other people in here to really really get me an audience for the failure. Oh my god, I gotta mess with that digitizer today. Alright, so the left one was the one with stick drift, and we just pulled the right one, so I know that I have a good used white thumbstick. This is gonna be fun. Starting to make a lot more notes. I'm not gonna rely that on this aging monkey brain that I have in my head to a year down the road remember this was the used one, so we'll mark it. Okay, let's take a moment, because I got the awesome talent of spreading thermal paste further than it's ever been spread before. Where did you come from? Right there. Take a moment and clean up a little. Without a doubt. I have no clue on that, so that's going to be a learning process. You just do that through the menu, correct? Or through the settings? Or do I need special software for that? Oh, hi, Jaden. How are you? Welcome to the Fabulous Disaster Show. Do a little more cleaning here shortly. Well, that's gross. We're gonna. Yeah, that's super gross. Well, boy, this thing's almost met with disaster a few times. Well, while we're here, let's do some cleaning. I'm certainly not going to be pulling this thing back apart. I don't want to waste much time, but it is not coming back apart for a little bit anyway. So he breaks it again. He's made it from 3 to 5, I'm going to say, or 4 to 5. Oh, Michael. Chocolate thinks something, man. I don't know if it's chocolate or knowing that kid and his love of Pepsi. It's probably Pepsi. Or actually Diet Pepsi. He likes that more. I don't know why. That stuff tastes horrid, but soda's all soda. But it very well could be chocolate. I'm not going to taste it to find out. But for 3 easy payments and $9.95, anyone here can taste it if they want to. It can be your experience. What camera are we on? Oh, we're on that one. You want to hope it's chocolate, right? Look, hold on. We're in a monkey suit today. This is the suit that everyone gets to see me run up to their door. Black shirt, whatever color shorts, and a hat. Going to the day job at night here in a little bit, but we're gonna go for getting this done at least with much haste. I don't want to have to continue. All right, we got quite a bit of cleaning on these. Yes, brothers. Yeah, at 4 nights a week, I drive and take dinner to people. Pizzas, subs, salads, whatever the heck else we make. A whole bunch of stuff. Lasagna, like pasta type dinners, lasagna, spaghetti, stuffed shells, some like garlic bread. Yeah, we're heading there shortly, so we got the monkey suit on today. No white shirt and black dickies. Is live Nick or left it is? No, it's live. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Deliver around your area? Certainly, sir. Yes. Order what you like. 814-342-6930. I'll be right there, Chris. Right there. Small delay, but it'll still be warm. No, it's definitely live. 2 weeks. Oh no, that's horrible. Yeah. Well, I mean, whichever one could be a second job. But yeah, it's just 2 jobs, doing 2 things. one that's always certain, and then this one tends to slow down in the summertime. You know, people don't want to be inside breaking their devices as much as they do in the winter, I think. So I often wonder if it's like that everywhere, like other places. Do other people see slowdowns with fixing stuff if you do it as a job or try to take on customer repairs? Do you have slowdowns when warm weather hits? No, says the guy from Antarctica in the Arctic Circle. Never warm. I will sit on it during the plane ride. I'll bring a heat bag, microwave. We'll plug it in on the plane if they let me. Call and order it. I don't know if I could get the leave though from Mark to actually do the delivery. That would be the tough part. I would do it. All right, let's try and work out this mystery of how this button goes. Actually, I don't need to put any of these in. Let's try and rip this digitizer out. I don't need the thumbstick in for that, correct? We'll just get all that stuff sorted there. LCD's there, digitizer's there. In what way is going to be easier for the guy that's never done it? Ripping this right out the front or tearing it down and popping the display off? That's the big question here. Free or charge for? We had a $2 fee, so a large pepperoni would be $13.77 to pick up, and if you want it delivered, it's $15.77 is what you pay for it. And then if you want to tip beyond that, which it's, I don't know, some days it's 50-50, some days it's toward the end of the month when nobody has money. Not a whole lot of tips. But this is largely an area with a lot of people on Social Security and on disability. They get that silly simple income, a large number. So they usually, some tip, some don't. But overall, good people. They paid my bills for 10 years. Think of that, man. Asking, not really asking, but hoping strangers will pay your bills is a bananas way to live. I don't recommend it. Anyhow, back to the matter at hand. We pulling this out the front and really breaking it, or we going to separate everything? Little heat, begin carefully prying, don't want to damage the LCD. Okay. Do we pry from the ribbon side or pry from the non-ribbon side? Looking at it, if the ribbon's here, I would guess we would probably start over this side. When you say little heat, what temp are you talking? Little heat to me is dead bottom 100, where it's not going to do much. I don't think that's going to melt any adhesive personally. Two weeks on call. So that's 2 weeks of if they call, you go. That's insane. I can't believe some of the hours. Okay. We're at 112. That's like 230 something degrees, I think, somewhere in that area. Yeah, I'm at 112 Celsius right now. So I think that's like, I don't know the exact conversion. It's somewhere in the 220, 230, maybe 235 Fahrenheit range. The problem with going with too high a heat on screens, not only do you melt the glue and it pries out real easy, but tempering that LCD screen underneath and giving it that yellow tint or whatever color it happens to go is actually horrible. Let's burn it down. Ribbon cable side, as the case may flex a little there with the board being out, might make it a little, okay. So I heated the wrong side. Let's go back. Let's travel backwards in time. You're out of place, man. Out of order. Nope, we got a crack. Not enough heat here. That's alright. At least we're cracking something we're replacing. Oh, CG. Take a razor blade in from the left side and carefully lever up the digitizer. Yeah, it's already cracked though in a couple spots. Doesn't stuff tend to fold where the cracks are? Like if it's already broken for you? I mean, it's what I find with most stuff. But Oh, geez. Fernando, Roger, good evening, good afternoon, welcome. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I'm trying to keep up with it. Alright, where do we have to go still? We did across there, kind of. Let's start this. Am I right in thinking this whole thing's glued the whole way across? Or am I wrong? Am I out again? Alright, let's grab a couple more flat ones. Digitizer has a colored edge. Oh, you think that's the screen protector? It could be. Hey, I'm being super careful at least, trying to get it off. So if we don't need a digitizer, that's even better, right? I didn't know if it had one on it, to be honest, like I said. So that's nice if that is. Awesome. Complete. That's an even sweeter story. I can just put it together with thumbstick repair. I was wondering why the edges weren't yellow, honestly. And I hope that's the case. That seemed to be going too easy for me. 100% right, people. Awesome. Okay. That makes me happy, but now I have a part I don't need. And this thing can be broken super easy. Can this not be broken easier now? Or can it? Just protective glass. But here's my question, because I really don't know these things. I literally bought 2 of them and handed them to the kids. I played this one for a little bit to check it out, but playing a game does not mean looking at the device. Is that a stock thing that comes on them from the factory? Is that secondary? Like, did somebody add that? What a relief, I don't have to tear that out. Oh my goodness. Don't worry though, I'm sure it'll be broke soon, so we'll have it back on the bench. I thought I was tearing it out, see? Watch Dumbass Remove Screen Protector is going to be the title. I'm going to have to edit it. Let's move. Not factory. Okay, so that's not something they put on from. That's like, because I bought this used, previous owner or somewhere along the line. That's just like these when somebody puts one on a phone. Like if we can get it to focus. Focus, not lit up. Just like a stick-on screen protector. That's awesome. Okay. I think I can see what everybody was talking about though. Around the edge I see like this like darker black line. Is that what's holding the LCD that's in here to the digitizer? Or is that not it? Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna stop trying to bend this thing before I do actually crack it. What a nightmare. Oh well, let's put it back together. I'm happy that I don't have to change it. Kind of bummed, but as I said, I'm sure it'll be back real soon. Kids don't take care of stuff, at least not the way I did. I still have toys from when I was a kid, so. Upgrade, yes. Yeah, but I mean, really, you would think they should. But if you, what I'm more talking about, I fix a lot of cheap stuff too. I don't know if I have one here. Has anybody ever dealt with the cheap plastic screen tablets where it's not actually glass, but it has a glass LCD in it and kind of like a plastic layer or multiple plastic layers? You gotta think back to like 2012 maybe, 2011. A lot of them were commonly made like that. You're gonna go off, turn off in. And those, when they would get dinged up a little, you could like peel a layer off and it would be kind of shiny and new. There's all the stuff you found at like bargain bin stores, or I don't even know what word you would call it, like defects, and they'd buy a lot of like palleted overstock stuff from last year or the year before's models. Those tablets. I think I have one, but I'm not going to dig it out. and waste time. I'm going to put this back together and take it so he can have it back. What a relief. Cheater? Yeah, I am cheating, 100%. If I had hours upon hours, I would attempt to pull that out. But I mean, it would be a struggle too. Like, why do you pull something out that is functioning just to see if you can? I mean, I know that's why I've broken many of my things in the past on purpose, was just to see if you could. But yeah, this is a total cheat today. It was like using cheat codes of Game Genie. D-pad looks good. Thumbsticks match. We got white buttons. Let's see if Dad gets any complaints about the black versus white. All right. GameStop. Yeah, I don't like that place. But I did buy some cool stuff there in years gone by. They weren't always an awful place. I don't even know if they're still a thing, honestly. I haven't been in one for at least 10 years, maybe more. Now, see, in this instance, if I was a customer somewhere and uninformed as I was in this instance, and I took that in and they're like, yeah, you don't need a digitizer, it has a screen protector, that would be great. But I really wonder how many places would do the, hey, that was just a screen protector versus charge for a digitizer swap. They had no PS3 games. Yeah. Let me think what game I bought from there last time I was in a GameStop. It would have been the original Assassin's Creed on Xbox 360, I believe. Either that or Fable 2. Is that a game? Is that the game I want to say? Fable 2? A very distinct possibility that was the game. What am I missing before I proceed? Get the ribbon cables, make sure they're out. And put the speaker in. Yes, thank you. I was just looking at that piece. And thinking, boy, we'll get that next. But my next was after I had the board screwed down and other parts in. Like, I'll move on to that next after I finish some of this. So thank you for the advice there. All right. Missing trigger. All right. Why do we have to do battle little spring? Nope. More clean. More clean on our way. The triggers at the end. What do you say? At the end of the rebuild, end of the process. Like one of the last pieces to go in. Yeah, I have a couple gold and one silver screw, like the motherboard screws to go in. That's what I'm hoping to not confuse. So no motherboard screws will go under there, which would put gold, and I think silver is where they go, if I remember this correctly. And I threw them down here. I have one silver. I think it goes there. Gold, silver. And that was it, other than the micro USB, or yeah, the USB-C port. And yes, that long ago, Roger. That's the last time I seen the inside of a GameStop, was to purchase those games. Just let me see the speaker for a minute. I'm curious about something. No, nothing. Okay. There we go. Redoing it. What is that? We'll get there. We'll get there soon enough. All right, I need one gold screw. Back to this bite again. This spring really does want to go, unless I'm doing something absolutely wrong. It wants to go every way but in there. We'll keep it that. It has a good fight in it. Hey, Dad. How are you? So, I thought I had a bigger job to do than I did if you haven't caught up. Thought I had a broken digitizer. I do have thermal thumb though now. And it ended up being a screen protector. You know, when you don't ever really look at the video games your kids have. Well, not so much the games, I guess the console. Mm. Thermal thumb mostly cured. I'm going to put that in to hold those in. That will be 2 gold screws. Clean the rubber button with IP, the one underneath. Is that what you're saying? Oh, yes. I remember the other brother of this one on the other side that hassled me so much yesterday. Lots of good times. I love it. I love that this trigger's like pressure sensitive to just fly out. Give me one moment. My mistake. I thought somebody was knocking on a oddball door there. We are connected to another building, or part of another building, so not entirely impossible for a visitor to be at that door. Alright, don't touch the stupid trigger. They're not really clean. There can be, yeah. The ones I hate are the credit card machine buttons. If they're not clean, especially the ones from like a restaurant like mine, if they're not clean, they will really make a mess. Right, we have a few ribbons to put in, few parts to go back together. Let's put the USB-C screws in. All right, that looks square to me. I don't like the thermal paste that's on this one ribbon or one area here that I got it everywhere. So we're going to take and clean that quick. I even got it on this side. Man, thermal thumb can make a mess, people, let me tell you. That thermal thumb. Or thermal finger, thermal hand. Right, what other... That's for the fan. So far so good. What will... Okay, that will go there. Shield will tie down there. How prone are these? Like, and I'm talking prone like iPads, when you start disconnecting stuff that you're going to short stuff out with the battery in. Because iPads and iPhones, depending, some models were nightmares. Some of the older models anyways. Not old, but older. You're going to start blowing a bunch of stuff if you're unplugging while the battery's in on these. Anybody done that? Wi-Fi connector. Well, these here? I have this silly fan to put in next. Hey Luke, how are you? Just finishing this up. We're getting ready to go to the day job at night. Short, quick little stream for today. Was going to the digitizer, what I thought, but overlooking what was actually on there, which was a busted screen protector. So I got the cheat today. I'm not going to ask him to break it, but I expect we'll see it back soon. Knowing kids. All right, we'll need thermal paste. We have the battery of that. I thought the Wi-Fi connectors? No. Maybe I did. I find a lot of times I think I did something and I didn't. So, good looking out. Thank you. All right. No offending thermal fingers happening right now. So let's get this fan in. Or no highly offensive thermal fingers, I guess I should say. Something tells me this would have been way easier with the fan out. Perhaps not. All right, almost there. We have a bunch of, what are those bunch of screws to? That's to the card reader thing and the headphone jack. Yeah, I mean, in a sense, yeah. You kind of got to teach them to have respect for stuff. And I try to get that across. Like, I've showed them some of the toys I had as a kid. And like, look, if you want to have some of your stuff when you're old and and falling apart like me. You're gonna have to treat it a little better so it doesn't end up in the trash, man, in a landfill somewhere. Unless you want a bunch of broken stuff. I mean, broken stuff isn't really worth saving. Boy, we skipped out. Almost took out our finger on that one. Got lucky naked spray. Yeah, lucky cheat code. Super lucky. I am lucky and relieved. Like, I'm like, oh no, I really got to do this. But lucky how long for? I mean, you know, that's what I got to wonder. How long till this thing revisits? Because I've avoided doing it for a little bit because it was still functional. Well, I thought it was still functional. I thought it weird that it was so cracked and still functional. But as I said, I never looked at it, like looked at it other than to like confirm it's a Nintendo Switch Lite. It doesn't look like mine. Let me order a yellow front glass. Got that. I knew I had thumbsticks. Not matching ones. This junk. Hold the shield over it. Yeah, I believe it goes here. There's one there. And, where is it? There's one in the middle. So yeah, that one there. There. And this lonesome guy there. I'm going to clean this up quick. Quickly, with much haste. You got to go clock in here directly, so. Boy, what a mess that stuff makes. I'm not digging. MX5 cleanup on this thing at least. And we have this crap on the other side that I absolutely have none of. What's the word on this, CG, if you're still here? The reverse side or the top side and that crazy colored stuff. It's more like a grit. Than a paste. The brown goop, this. What do you do about that? Because I 100% do not have that. Still have two fan screws to put in. I only put the one in under the heatsink, I believe, yes. Or under the heat pipe that runs up to the fin stack there. Damn it, I forgot the torque wrench today to torque these down. Ah. guess we'll have to live without it. So what I would normally do was scrape this stuff back to the center, but this stuff is fairly chunky. I mean, more so chunky than usual, so we're gonna dispatch it. As in what kind?
Go.
I'll be back in again on Mondays. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be here mostly all day. And then Thursday, Friday, I have to leave right around this time to go to my other job. So.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, bud. Sorry about that. Had somebody come in. I don't just start recording people, and being so close to needing to leave, I didn't want to go explaining stuff away. He's having trouble with two way out of date phones and getting data transferred. And I said I thought the best bet would be just just the Gmail account. Use Google Photos to get the photos transferred over. Don't rely on the gallery app. And I don't know anybody that stocks the goopy-ended cords like that, the micro to C, and for transferring phone data. I know I don't. Yeah, 5 o'clock. Time to go. Anyhow, I'm going to start wrapping this up now, people, as I do got to run. Thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry I did not have a digitizer to swap over. That one goes in the middle. But at least I know what to look for now. I assumed that was just factory the way it came with that on there. And never really honestly looked at it. Like it just looked like the same, that I was looking at the same thing. Where's the gold guy? And again, thank you for all the advice, the helpful words, as this is still terrifying. It probably will be till I do a couple more of these and learn the location of everything. I seem to have most of the screws mapped out. Hopefully mapped out correctly. I still have to do calibration on the sticks, I'm told. And we'll get to that at a later point. Go together, top. Don't fight me. Yes, thank you so much for the help. Again, much appreciated. New device. Why is it not going together now? What did I do wrong here? Ah. Much force. When I can be bothered fixing phones, not fun. Anyhow, wow, yes, have a good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is, people, wherever you are. I'm gonna run. And there's none on. You can use thermal paste. Instead, it just makes a mess easier because it's thinner consistency. What am I reading there? I shouldn't have put that on. Doesn't tend to dry up. No, that stuff was crispy chunks on that one. That brown stuff was super, like it came off in 2 whole pieces. And not like ripped apart soft pieces. That was, I could have crumbled it into probably a couple smaller pieces, but there was no weight left to it, or no grease. No smearability. Yeah. Calibrate it if needed job. And yeah, I'll get there. But I gotta run. We're gonna go do the other job. 4 more screws and I gotta go. And these are the ones that are gonna fight me for 20 minutes and make me super late. Yeah. Let's go. Anyhow, people, have a good evening. I'll make a short video of the calibration, probably from a phone or my mirrorless camera, and upload that to see if I needed to. But we'll continue this and do a small upload. And thank you. Yeah, drive carefully. I will. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you soon. As always, much love for coming out, clicking that link, helping this unknowing guy get through something that he didn't actually have to get through. Much appreciated. And I'll see you soon.